Hey everybody, Low Carb Keith here. I'm back in my kitchen, and today I've got to make something for dinner, and I'm just going to make something really easy and simple that only has a few ingredients, not very many at all. I'm going to make a beef and cabbage skillet. Really easy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a pound of ground beef and we are going to cook it in the skillet. So let's go ahead and get that started. All right. Let's get that broken up so we can get it starting to cook. This is just regular hamburger meat, ground beef. Nothing special about it. There we go. Get that started going. Turn it up a little bit. Let's put the lid on it so it'll cook from both sides. Hope you're having a good week. It's Thursday and almost the end of the week for us. But I needed something to eat tonight, and I didn't really have anything, and so I decided that I'd make this beef and cabbage. Pretty simple. Let me show you what else we're going to use. For the cabbage, you could use a regular cabbage. Just get a cabbage and cut it up. But I decided that I would get some of this tricolor coleslaw. And what this contains is green cabbage, carrots, and red cabbage. As a matter of fact, the recipe that I found for this had some carrot, had a medium carrot to be included. But because I'm using the coleslaw with the carrots in it, don't have to do that. So, and this is already cut up. It's really easy to use. So we're going to go with that. I've also got some Lowry seasoning salt. You could use salt and pepper, any kind of seasoning that you want. And I'm going to actually put that on the hamburger meat right now. And season it as we cook. Alright, and also I have got some beef broth. You could use vegetable broth. We're going to use about a half a cup of this. And I've got some tomato sauce. Just a little bit. We're going to use a few tablespoons of tomato sauce. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And this dish ends up being about 3 net carbs per serving. So it's really, really low carb. So we'll just get it going, and we cook it all on the skillet, and it's easy to do, and it probably takes about 30 minutes for the whole dish. Anyway, so as you can tell, I don't know if you can see it or not, I have a new chef's apron that I got for a Christmas present from my son Ethan and his girlfriend Kenzie. And I'm going to come around so you can kind of see a little bit closer. What it says on it is, probably can't see, there we go, at Low Carb Keith. So if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. You can find me at Low Carb Keith. So I'm tickled with it. It's nice, and I appreciate it. All right. Chop this up. that continue to cook. I don't know about you, but where we are in East Tennessee, I was at school today. Of course, I teach high school. I teach audio and video production at high school, about 30 minutes from where I live. But man, we had a storm blow through this afternoon, and I think we're kind of in the lull of it. We're going to have some more come through tonight. But it was windy and stormy and lightning and thunder. And, you know, the old timers say that if you have thunder in January, 10 days later, you're going to have a big snow. So who knows? Probably not, but we might. That would be nice. In East Tennessee, where we are, we don't really have big snows very often. Certainly not every year. We might have, you know, a few inches over the course of a couple of 3 months. But occasionally we'll get a big snow, but not very often. So, all right. So my hamburger, my beef is cooked up really nice. There's no pink left in it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off, take the meat out of the skillet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave most of the fat that came off of the meat in the skillet. Leave most of it in there, because now I want to cook. Take this off. Take that off for a second. Now I want to cook my cabbage in some of that grease. So now, if you wanted to, you could always add bacon to it. Actually, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put some 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce in that and mix it up with the grease. There's that. And we're going to do that. Let's put that in there. This is my handy dandy new little magnetic measuring spoons I got for Christmas as well. 1, 2, 3. All right. 3 tablespoons. And let's mix that up a little bit with the grease. And now we're going to put our cabbage in. And we're going to just let that cabbage, we're going to stir it pretty regularly, but we're going to let that cook for about 15 minutes or so with the lid on. All right, there we go. I'm going to mix that up a little bit with that grease, get it sort of coated. All right, and we're going to cover it up, and we're going to cook that for about 15 minutes or so until it gets to the desired consistency. And you can make it crunchy, you can make it not crunchy, pretty soft, however you like it. It doesn't really matter, it's up to you. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to add some beef broth to it. And when it's cooked, we're going to add the meat back in, and we'll be done. So let's give this a few minutes, and I'll be back. All right, so my cabbage is coming along fine. As a matter of fact, it's only been on for about 10 minutes. And this is what it looks like. It's cooked up really well. As a matter of fact, what I did is I went ahead and added a half a cup of my beef broth to give it a little moisture. And I tasted it and it was a little bland. So I decided that I would put in about a half of a tablespoon of Italian seasoning in it. So that's what I did. Now, the thing we're going to do is we're going to take our beef that we've got and we're going to put it back in the skillet. We're going to mix that up really, really good. And then I'm going to turn the heat down to kind of a simmer. I'm going to cover it with my lid, but I'm going to let it vent. And I'm going to let that cook for probably another 5 to 8 minutes, something like that, for all those flavors to come together, and also that cabbage will soften just a little bit more. And then we'll take a taste test. All right, so my beef and cabbage has been on the stove for about 8 minutes or so. And I like my cabbage just a little bit crunchy. I don't want it to be too soft. So I'm going to take this off, show you what we've got. This is what we've got. It looks good, doesn't it? I hope it tastes good. So let's take a little bit of a taste of it and see how it turned out. Like I said, this is so simple. It's mainly just ground beef and cabbage or coleslaw. I had a little carrot mixed in with it, just a little bit of tomato paste, tomato sauce, and some beef broth and seasoning, and that's it. So here we go. Let's give it a taste. Try it out. See how we did. It's delicious. It's beef and cabbage. I mean, you know, this is a low-carb staple. It really is. Like I said, that's 4 good-sized servings. And it only has like 3 net carbs. So, you know, this is something that's easy to make, less than 30 minutes. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients, and it's not complicated, which is what I like. Anyway, so hope you get a chance to try this. Also, if as you search the internet, just remember I am on TikTok and I am on YouTube with all my videos at, like I said, at Low Carb Keith. That's where you can find me. And if you go to YouTube, subscribe. I would appreciate it. If you go to TikTok, follow me. So far, I started this journey in January of last year. So it's been almost a year to the day. And I've done almost 100 videos, cooking videos, recipes. So I hope they have been a help to you. I hope you've enjoyed them. And if you can subscribe to me on my YouTube channel at Low Carb Keith, or follow me on TikTok at Low Carb Keith, I would appreciate it. All right, I'll be back in a few more days with another low carb recipe. Thanks. That's good.